So Abbott unfortunately has a well-known history of targeting minorities as well as the Republican Party, and I feel like this bill is going to change a lot of things very quickly. With these policies taking away in the work industry, the way I see it is that, okay, minorities already work 10 times harder than the average white man. With these policies taking away, because it's not like, okay, you apply because of these policies, you're going to get the job on the spot. No, these policies kind of serve like as a safety net. Like, okay, I may not get the job. It's not guaranteed that I have the job position. But these policies will help me be considered. Like, you have to consider me. It's not like you, like, brush me off your shoulder. Like, no, these policies will ensure that you will consider me for this position in a fair way. Them taking away, I feel like minorities, since they already work 10 times harder, with these policies being taken away, they're going to have to work 20 times harder to prove their credentials, to prove that they can do the same job as their peers, as their colleagues. And I feel like bosses or whatever institutions don't really have to consider people of color, because the policies won't be there to enforce it, which is an issue, because if you look at it through a university point of view, on campus, like, college students want to find someone that they can relate to. It doesn't matter where they go, whether it be admissions, financial aid, advising, career center, whatever. Professors specifically, like, they want to look for someone that they can relate to, whether it's the same background, or they face the same struggles. They're not going to be able to relate to an all-white professor who has never had to struggle, who has never had to experience discriminations or feel like they have to work 3 times as hard than their peers or colleagues in order to prove, like, I'm supposed to be here. I also think it's going to be an issue for future generations, because taking away these policies also affects student life. There's a bunch of student orgs that revolve of minorities, and I mean, the bill hasn't even passed, and I already know of a Latin student org that has to keep meetings on a down low, keep what they're going to be talking about on the down low, because they can risk getting shut down. And that's scary, because when you come to college, you want to find your people. And if there's no policies to ensure that these student orgs will be there for me to find my people, how am I going to build relationships with people of the same background? I think it affects everything. And I think we have bigger issues than these policies. That's just me, though. And I can't imagine how hard my children will have to work. And I can't imagine how rough it's going to be for me finding a job without these policies.